You know what's better than tacos? Free tacos. What's not quite as good as actually getting free tacos is a game about free tacos. And that is what we are covering in our preview today. So after the break, you'll see how it plays and meet me back here for my thoughts on the game Free Tacos. Hello, we are set up for a 2-player game of Free Tacos. I will mention this is a prototype copy, so some things are subject to change. So you're going to put all the food tokens and hot sauce tokens in the middle of the table of all the trucks face down, and you're going to jumble them up. Next, you're going to place these 6 taco trucks around the food and then remove some based on players count. And we're doing a 2-player game, so we are removing 3 taco trucks. In a 4-player game, you remove 1. In a 3-player game, 2. In a 2-player game, 3. In a 5-player game, you remove none. Each player is then going to choose a set of cards. For this game, we are going to choose this one and this one. They're going to put their card in the middle. They're going to grab the 3 cards that match the colored trucks, your hot sauce card, and the rest can get set aside. So they'll put them there. They have their 3 cards, their hot sauce, that gets set aside. Then you put a random truck with the Free Tacos logo, and that is the end of setup. The game is going to be played over rounds until the end game trigger happens. The end game trigger is when at the end of the round there is no more food in the middle to be dispersed to food trucks, then the game ends. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to add food to the food trucks, starting with the truck with the logo. You are going to take a food token and put it under the truck, going in clockwise order until you place a second one in the one with the logo. When the food tokens run out, you just stop assigning them, and then that will be the last round of the game. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to visit the trucks. Everyone's going to look at their hand, and they're going to secretly choose one of the 3 cards. So in this instance, I think I'm going to choose green. We're just going to, let's see, where's the hot sauce? Don't actually grab that. We're just going to randomly do one here, and they're going to choose that card. We then simultaneously reveal our selections, like so. We then claim food, so we resolve the food trucks one at a time, starting with the logo truck and moving clockwise. If no one visited the truck, purple did in this instance, they're going to take the 2 tacos that are there. You get all the food, and then you can add it to your taco party. You may also put hot sauce on their food and use 1 special hot sauce token if you have it per food token you take. So they just took these 2. They're now going to put them face down on the green side. Once you put them face down, you cannot look at them. So you're just going to go like that. If we had both chosen the same truck, then all of the tokens are discarded, removed from the game, and then we each take a random hot sauce token instead. In this instance, we go around. I grab the green truck. No one grabbed the blue, so that token stays there. It's the end of the round. We all take our taco truck cards back to our hand. The logo moves to the next food truck, and we continue doing that, so filling the trucks in the clockwise manner until the end of game is triggered. I will say if you get the purple ones, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to grab them, you're going to put them face down, can't not be able to look at them, onto the negative side. Once the game end trigger happens, everyone's going to determine their score. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to look to see how many negative tokens you have and how many positive tokens you have. You're going to discard from the top until your taco side equals your sides side. So your positive equals your negative. They just get discarded from the top. You then are going to put your positives over here, your negatives over here, and add them up. So had the game ended now, I would have 0 points. Obviously, I would have a lot more stuff in front of me. The hot sauce tokens add an element of being able to manipulate your piles and some take that. There are 4 different tokens that you can get when you grab the hot sauce. The first one is you can steal a taco. You choose an opponent, take the top token from their taco stack, move it to the top of your taco stack. The next one's the same thing, except you're stealing a side instead of a taco, so you're stealing from the purple one. The double arrow is you can move a taco or a token from one side to the other. So if I had my stack like this, I played that, I can move this over to there. Finally, you have the hot minute one. In that instance, if you're going to use that, you play this card down instead when everyone secretly reveals. When you reveal this, you can then choose which taco truck you're going to after you see what everyone else has chosen. So again, do those phases, trigger the end game, score your points, make sure your tacos equal your sides. If your sides are bigger than your tacos, then you don't discard any sides, you just have more negative points. Let's get on to my thoughts. Alright, so there you saw how to play free tacos. It's one of those games where you have the different places, you're kind of doing the simultaneous hidden selection and then trying to fight over the stuff. What I like about this one is the whole fact that, thematically you're both going running over to try and get in, you're both kind of grabbing and then everything goes flying, but then you don't just end up with nothing, you get that hot sauce token, and that hot sauce token could help you in the long run because, as I said, you can move a token. So if you notice, that your tacos are lower than your sides, you can move one of those high negative point side tokens over to your taco side, and now that's going to be positive points and evens it out. So there is that strategic depth there. Then with the whole stealing a taco or side from your opponent, so as your opponent's looking at you, seeing you have hot sauce tokens, it's like, ooh, do they have a steal a taco? Maybe I'll put my lower value taco on top because I know that they might try and steal it. Or do I put my high negative on top, thinking that they might do the steal a side and they might not know that I have the high value. So kind of when you put your stuff down on that taco party card, it is that whole strategic element. It's not just, I'm just going to toss everything on there. Kind of knowing, all right, if I have to discard tacos at the end, I have to discard the top. So let's make sure we're getting the lower values on top and trying to put the higher values on bottom to hide them, whereas you're trying to do the opposite with the negative values. With that whole strategic element there too about how your positives and negatives cancel each other out and you have to be even, kind of makes that weird interesting decision where you guys might actually be fighting over negative point ones because you guys are trying to even out your stacks. So it kind of adds that one where not everyone's just always going to go for the one with the high green point value, the high positive point ones, because they may be worthless, because if you load it up and you don't get enough sides, they get discarded. So it really kind of pushes you to have that balance of collecting both and not just everyone fighting over one. So that could kind of help out where not everyone's just feeling like they're just destroying each other's tacos and only doing hot sauce, because you could all have kind of different strategies or building up your truck the other way. The other thing I didn't cover in the rules teaches, they do say table talk. Hey, free to table talk. You want to make deals, you want to say, hey, I'm going for that truck, and then don't. You can bluff, you can tell the truth. However you want to play it, it's going to be a fun party game. Just everyone kind of sitting around with their cards, just running after their tacos and all of that. The artwork, I personally am fan of the whole little 8-bit thing. It's very nostalgic, very retro for me. I have no problems with it. And even the color schemes they went with, the whole Party Fiesta kind of rocks that like 80s, 90s color schemes and the patterns and all that. So it kind of is implementing that whole like feel of that era and genre with the 8-bit graphics and the color schemes even. So overall, we really enjoyed free tacos. We can definitely see pulling that out with when we have big groups of people, if we ever do, because it is one that you can easily just teach to someone. It's super simple. Hey, you're going to choose a color truck. If you both go there, they're destroyed. Grab a hot sauce token, go. There is not a lot of rules overhead or anything else. Lots of people can easily pick this up. The strategic is perfect. Just balance your sides. Sides and tacos. Don't want to overdo one or the other. All right? So until next time, ring the bell, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, eat some tacos.